Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you this morning to the Anne Arundel County Career Center. This is a great day to be in Anne Arundel County. We thank the county executive for providing the weather today. We're in a facility, a brand new, gorgeous facility, and we're excited to show it off today. But I must tell you that the real reason we're here today is because of servant leadership and because of partnership. That's what it's all about. We're here to serve the people of Anne Arundel County. And each and every day when I get up, I think about those people who do not have the blessing of having a job currently. And for those of us who may have been without a job, you know how it impacts you. It impacts you certainly financially, but it also impacts you spiritually, in terms of your health, your social well-being, and so forth. It has a huge impact. So it is indeed very important for us. Since you've made those introductions, when you go from this place today, your job is to say, today I attended the opening of the Anne Arundel County Career Center, and I want to tell you what they can do, what they are doing. I want to tell you about some of the partners. I want to tell you about the services that are provided. I want to tell you about the excellent staff that they have there to provide these services. And this is to be a seamless place. As you walk through here, you're going to go from one area to the other, and there aren't going to be any lines of demarcation because we're in this as partners. So that's exceedingly important. And so we've got a lot of business acumen. And talking about business acumen, we've talked a lot about servant leadership today. There can be no greater example of that than our county executive. We are truly blessed that someone who has his business skills and abilities brings that, infuses that into county government. We all know that government and business are often at loggerheads. It's nice to have someone who has been on the other side and now is working in government and bringing and blending those two together to make it a seamless effort. And he has demonstrated his support for workforce development, among many other things in this county. And so it's a great privilege for me to bring to the podium now our county executive, Steve Shute.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being part of this wonderful event, the grand opening of the Anne Arundel County Career Center. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today, and I want to especially acknowledge our CEO, Kirk Murray, and his team at the Workforce Development Corp for the great work that they do, and to the board that gives them the guidance and direction that they need. I also want to acknowledge our fantastic partners at Dollar, the Maryland Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation, and of course the Community College. There are a lot of people here I would like to acknowledge. There's too many of you to go through the whole list, but I do want to give a special shout out to our great college president, Dawn Lindsay, and to Delegate Sophocles and Cheng, and Delegate Sophocles' wonderful wife, Alice, for being here this morning, as well as my colleague, Councilman Pete Smith. As I think everyone knows, the United States enjoys among the freest labor markets in the world. And those free labor markets allow our business organizations to respond very quickly to changes in the marketplace, to respond to market forces by adding staff or by decreasing staff very, very quickly. And that flexibility has enabled our economy to become the greatest economy the world has ever known. And by the way, I just learned that the labor markets here in Anne Arundel County remain very, very strong. We have a now 3% unemployment rate in Anne Arundel County. It's amazing. But free markets have negative consequences as well. People can lose their jobs. Maybe technology marched along and someone's job skills became useless to them, and now they have to acquire new skills to be able to participate in the job market. Or maybe an employer pulled out of the region, went elsewhere, leaving the employees high and dry without the skills that they need. Or maybe someone never had been in the workforce before and is now ready to make the leap for the first time to join the workforce, but they've got to have the skills they need. That's why job training and counseling are so important. And that's why the Workforce Development Corporation and this Career Center are so important to our local economy. The Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation performs the fundamental and critical role of making sure that our workforce is ready for the 21st century. And Kirk and his team trained thousands of people to work there to build up those job skills and to build up their resumes. The Career Center is crucial to that mission. This is interesting. Last year, the Career Centers were visited 20,000 times by 6,000 different people who were seeking to beef up their job skills, to be more competitive and have more success in their careers. And this facility will enable us to accelerate those efforts over time. This is 23,000 square feet, I understand, so it's a big operation. It's going to be a very busy place. It'll allow our workforce partners to provide services in one convenient place for both business and residents. Now, Kirk mentioned to me the other day that we all should bear in mind that this organization has two customers. It's not just the individuals seeking to build up their job skills, it's also the businesses. That's the other customer. And they have done a fabulous job building up their relationships and efforts with the employers in this area. Last year, 128 different recruiting events were held in our career centers, and 673 people were hired on the spot. It's awesome. So I do believe that by working together and by helping people get the skills they need to be competitive and to perform critical jobs here in Anne Arundel County, that we are making Anne Arundel County the best place to live, work, and start a business in the state of Maryland. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's great to see everyone out here this morning. And this morning we talked about looking at each other and greeting each other and the importance of the community and partnerships. And one of the things that it's coming upon all of us as a community is to look at each other on both the right and left side and make sure that we all succeed. Make sure that we're all able to do what we can to pursue the dreams and the passions and the futures that we all have in each and every one of us. Congratulations to the Anne Arundel County Workforce Development team for the grand opening of this wonderful center. This is going to be a career center that's going to be able to help this generation and future generations to be able to provide a lot of skill sets and also provide a lot of intangible resources. And what I mean by that is that this location is strategically located in a very vibrant area of our state and our county. It's between 100, 295, 95, 695. It's where Fort Meade is. BWI Airport has 2 million passengers that come in and out of BWI every month. It's also where the Cyber Command Center of the world is, Fort Meade. We have the world's greatest healthcare center, Shock Trauma, right up the street from here. We have the great world-class institutions of higher ed, UMBC, College Park, Johns Hopkins, the Anne Arundel County Community College. They're all right in this area here. And that's why it's strategically located and provide many services to the citizens of Anne Arundel County to be able to help them succeed in their future. On a personal note, the Anne Arundel County Workforce Development Center has been a great asset to me. There was a period of time in my life where I was unemployed. And I came to the center. And the center provided me with resources to be able to look for a job. But it also provided me dignity and hope. And that's what the services provided are here to do, is to help people that are lacking hope, that feel like they don't have any dignity in life. So congratulations to the center in providing this wonderful service here. On behalf of Chairman Pam Beidel and Vice Chairman Ted Sophocles, myself, and the entire Anne Arundel County delegation, we'd like to present to the Anne Arundel County Workforce Development Center and the Anne Arundel County Career Center a citation in recognition of the grand opening. We honor the work you do in your community and your commitment to our citizens and businesses in our community. We celebrate with you on this special occasion, and we congratulate the center. So congratulations.
You know, It's nice that Walt mentioned the National Association of Workforce Development Boards, and this is all the workforce boards throughout the country come together in Washington, D.C. every year. And it's nice that Walt takes time to come there, because you know how you're a kid, you go and you don't have your dad at Father Sunday? Well, I have my dad there with me. So Walt's there, and he's really engaged and really interesting. I mean, I've never seen someone take so many notes and everything like that. So it's really good. And, you know, under Walt's leadership, this board has grown. We have implemented the full vision of what the federal law calls for with partnerships. That's what this center is about today. It's about partnership. It's the Anne Arundel County Career Center. So it's for all the citizens and residents of Anne Arundel County, all the businesses of Anne Arundel County, and of all of our partners that are part of the workforce development system, including Anne Arundel Community College, Maryland Department of Labor License Regulations, Maryland Department of Maryland's Division of Rehabilitative Services, the Local Management Board, Community Action, Economic Development, the CSEP program, Adult Basic Ed, Department of Social Services. So all of those are partners of the workforce development system, and that's what Walt is talking about. It takes partnerships to make something like this happen. It takes partnerships to make sure we make Anne Arundel County the best place to live, work, and start a business. Yes, I do drink the Kool-Aid, Mr. County Exec. So, you know, it is those partnerships here. So we're you know, Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation, and with all of our partners, we had a vision for this center. When we started this 2 years ago, we had a vision. We wanted a place that every citizen in Anne Arundel County, no matter where they are in their career, starting their career, transitioning in their career, advancing in their career, felt welcomed, felt that they can come in, get quality customer service to lead them, to help them advance on their career journey and their career path. So it was very important for us to do that. We also had a vision that our partners with the community college would be co-located with us. So we continue that vision. This has been a long journey. We looked at many, many locations. Yes, the heart of need in the county is in Glen Burnie. We wanted to stay in Glen Burnie, but we just couldn't find a spot that was large enough to fit all of our partners in Glen Burnie. So we came up to Lithicum Heights, and it's very important for us to be in a business park here with businesses, because they're our customers too. You know, that's one of the misnomers about AAWDC and the workforce development system. The businesses are our primary customer. We are here to make sure businesses have a skilled workforce so they can continue to grow. And if we do that, then we can help the citizens of Anne Arundel County to gain those skills so they're gainfully employed. So that's what this center is about. So later on today, we'll do a tour of the center, and you'll see where we have services for our individuals who are looking for careers. But you'll also see we have a nice suite for our businesses, so our businesses felt comfortable in using this center. So that was very important to us. But we couldn't do this alone. We had a lot of partners along the way and a lot of support. First, I want to start with Anne Arundel County's General Services for their leadership and their support in helping us do this. We know that we drove them crazy. We know that we had high demands, but we really appreciate them stepping up and really being our partner and really helping us with this. They brought in McKinsey and Associates. We really appreciate Dave and Trish for their leadership and their support. We know we drove them crazy. It shows a lot of sites. No, this ain't going to work. No, this isn't on a bus line. This doesn't fit our vision. But we settled on a spot. So I want to thank you for being patient with us and working with us on this. I'd like to thank our new landlords. We like St. John so much that we didn't even come into one of their properties. We moved into two of their locations. So our corporate office is down in Millersville in their Interstate 97 business park. But this here and St. John's has been a pleasure to work with. They made this process easy for us, starting with Sarah coming up with designing and redesigning of this, and Rick and his team and Bill, they've been really instrumental to work with to help us get this site the way that we really wanted this site. So we really want to thank them. Back to McKinsey, Joe Varsity. Joe, where are you, Joe? Joe was, we hired Joe to come in to help us to kind of guide us through this way. I mean, we do not know construction, but we thought it was important to have someone to help us through the construction phase. So I really want to appreciate Joe's working with it. And then as he sneaks in the door, Tom, our architect, who helped us design this space. So Tom, thank you very much for your help in working with us in designing this. So both, I'd like to also be remiss and probably fired if I did not acknowledge my bosses, the board of directors of the Anne Arundel Workforce Development Corporation. Can they please stand, the ones that are here today? And are there other members of our local workforce investment board here that, can they please stand? There's one person that is really, really important to make this deal happen. And that is one of our corporate board members, Mr. Dan Dinko. When we mentioned that we were looking for a site, I think it wasn't 5 minutes after those words were out of my mouth that he was on the phone to Rick Williamson with St. John's Property saying, AWDC needs a site, find them one. So Dan, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you for making this happen. But as Walt said, that, it's really the staff that makes this happen. This was a team effort with all of our staff, with all of our partners, many meetings with all of our partners and their staff. But there's one person who really stood out in making this project happen, and that's Becky Leonard. Becky, thank you. And then I would be remiss not to mention the guy who made sure that we didn't go over budget, made sure the finances worked, negotiated. He's still beating up on Lloyd for money. Jeff Dufresne, our CFO. So, this is a partnership. So, a partnership with the Maryland Department of Labor License and Regulations with the lead employment facilitator, Andre James. For the Department, for the Division of Rehabilitative Services, Carolyn Bayo. Caroline. And then with Anne Arundel Community College, Sandy Jones. As I mentioned in my remarks, when we started this vision, we had a vision that the community college will be co-located with us to provide more occupational training and services to our job seekers right here in one location. That's what we started with. That's why, as Christine we tried a long time, tried to go into Marley Station because they had the space and they were in Glen Burnie, but it just didn't work. So it's still our vision that someplace in one of these business parks here, that the community college still will be here to be able to provide more occupational training. So our customers that we work with can just go right out our door, right down the sidewalk to the community college, get enrolled, and take occupational training to increase their skills and get on a career path. But the college has been a great partner with us. We're glad that they took the first step in being here with their adult basic ed and having a training room here. But we're looking forward to expanding that partnership and continue that strong partnership that we already have with Anne Arundel Community College. So it's my pleasure to ask Dr. Lindsay to come up and give a few words.
Anne Arundel County is amazing, and I have to tell people I'm so proud to have an opportunity to represent the college and be a part of this amazing community. The theme partnership just keeps coming up this morning, and I think that's the strength of this county. People really care about each other. Organizations really work together. Nobody's out here by themselves. We're all in this together, and I want to say congratulations to Kirk and his team, starting with that. Thank you, Steve, for your constant support for the county and your constant investment in the opportunities that we have. And at Anne Arundel Community College, we really do see ourselves as the workforce engine of the county. We see us having the opportunity to really get people back to work, whether they want a degree, whether they want a certificate, whether they're retraining, whether they're 18 or 80, they're welcome to our college. We have continuing education programs, we have credit programs. Right now we're serving over 46,000 students. So we are a significant part of the county. I appreciate the recognition and the partnership that people always have with the college, and we continue to also be here to serve. So very, very proud to be part of the project, continue to look forward to additional partnerships and additional growth. And the synergy that happens in this county is the commitment of everybody in this room and all of us who are representing various organizations. And honestly, I don't think we could be more blessed to be amongst the group of people that we're with and living in this county and working together to serve and continue bettering the economy of Anne Arundel. Thank you.
Also want to recognize Dr. McMahon, who's with us today from Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Obviously, They're our future workforce. They're probably one of the most important partners in all of this because we really need to do a better job of explaining to students that there are many opportunities, both with a 4-year college degree, a 2-year college degree, and the gold standard, which is the 2+. We see many people who have gone to a 4-year school and now they're back at community college gaining those jobs and certifications that they need for gainful employment. At this time, we are going to do several things. One is we want to have an official ribbon cutting